Hello everyone, welcome to Installi's Flutter development course. My name is Akash and I will be your instructor throughout this course. So whether you are a professional developer looking to expand your skills or you are a complete beginner who is eager to learn about mobile app development, you are in the right place. So together we will be exploring the in and outs of Flutter. We'll see how Flutter works and we'll see how incredibly it's easy to build natively compiled applications for mobile, web and desktop from a single code base. Alright, so let's get started with the first chapter of our Flutter development course. In this chapter, we are going to deeply dive to know what Flutter is all about. We'll be exploring its benefits. We'll see how Flutter architecture works, and also I will be giving you a clear picture of what you can expect from this course. So first things first, we need to know what is Flutter before we start anything else. So what exactly is Flutter? Flutter is nothing but it's a open source UI software development kit or SDK which is created by Google. With Flutter you can develop applications for mobile, web and desktop from a single code base. Uh, when I say single code base, it means that writing the code once and it will be running on different other platforms, which makes Flutter a cross-platform development. Now we need to know what are the different benefits of Flutter or why are we using Flutter. So first is its hot reload. One of the coolest feature about Flutter is its hot reload feature. Like you make the changes in the code once and you instantly see those changes reflected in the app. It's so it's so fast that it significantly speeds up the development process. The other thing is it's single code base. Like I've already mentioned, another big feature, like another feature which Flutter offers is ability to write the code once and use it across multiple platforms. So initially what we used to do is we used to write separate code for iOS, Android and web, but right now with Flutter it's very easy. You write the code once and it will be running on different platforms, which saves a lot of time and effort. Now the other thing is its beautiful UIs. Like Flutter provides a rich set of customizable widgets that enable us to create visually attractive user interfaces. Like whether it's a simple app or a complex one, you will find that working with Flutter's widget, it's so much easy and fun. Now let's move into the section where I will be explaining you the course overview, like what will be included in this particular course. So throughout this course, we will be covering a wide range of topics to help you become a proficient Flutter developer. So let's see what we are covering. So first thing we'll be teaching you is like setting up the Flutter app development. Like we will guide you through the installation and setup process, whether you are in like Mac environment, Linux environment or Windows environment. We'll be ensuring that you have everything you need to start with Flutter, like building Flutter apps. Uh, Building UI layouts and widgets. So Flutter's UI is built with widgets. Like we'll teach you how to use different kinds of widgets to create dynamic and responsive layouts for your apps. And now like when we will cover widgets, we'll be covering widgets into depth. There are so much to learn with widgets, and everything is in Flutter. The basic component is a widget, so everything revolves around widget. So next thing is handling user input and gestures. So in mobile app development, interactivity is the key. Like we'll show you how to handle user input responses like gestures and allowing your users to interact with the app seamlessly. Now we'll come with the section where you will be learning like how we can work with APIs and data. Like you may be knowing that many apps rely on the data from its external source. Like we'll teach you how to fetch that data from the APIs, like REST APIs or SOAP APIs or whatever the kind of APIs we will be using, and we'll be using we will be fetching those data from the APIs and we'll be using it in our Flutter apps. Now next very important thing is the state management. Like managing app state is very crucial for building complex apps or scalable apps. We'll exploit the different types of state management techniques and help you to choose the right approach for your projects. Like for a state management, there are different ways of managing state. So depending on the project or the application which you will be building, the state management technique will differ. So we'll be teaching you how you can choose the state management techniques and which particular state management technique will be better for your application. Now next thing comes is testing and debugging process. It's very important step. Like we will be ensuring how the quality or reliability of your app. So we will cover testing and debugging techniques to help you and fix to help you identify and fix the issues in your Flutter code. Now next thing is deploying apps. Now, like how you can deploy once the development is done and you are ready for your deployment, like how you can deploy it to App Store or Google Play Store, whatever, depending on the platform. Now let's take a quick look into the Flutter architecture. Obviously this is not a detailed one. Like once we progress more through the course, we will be learning the architecture in details, but this is just for basic understanding. Like just like any other native application, Flutter is also structured into like three main layers: the embedded layer, the engine layer, and the framework layer, where embedded layer is the lowest layer and framework layer is the highest layer. So let's start with the embedded layer. Like the function of the embedded layer is to it serves as an entry point. It coordinates with the operating system of the platform, and it renders the input. So basically the codes written are in platform specific languages, for example Java and Kotlin for Android, Objective C or Swift for iOS, and for iOS and Mac OS, and C++ and other things for Linux and Windows. So this actually allows Flutter code to be embedded into an existing application as a module or used as the entire content of the application. Now let's move on to the engine layer. The basic function of engine layer is it manages inputs, output, network request, and the translation of rendering frames. So this implementation is done in C++, and it uses Kia for rendering. Now let's move on to the framework layer, the highest layer. The function of the framework layer is to it provides a reactive and modern framework for the developers to interact with Flutter. The It's written in Dart language and it includes several components like rendering, widget, native plugin, and everything. So we'll be like dive deeper into each of these layers in the later part of the course. So that will be it for the first chapter. In the next chapter, we will we'll start with setting up the Flutter development environment. So let's conclude what we have learned in this chapter. In this chapter, we have explored what Flutter is, its benefits, and also we have seen the roadmap of this course. We have also gained an understanding of how Flutter code works and its architecture. So by the end of the course, you will have the knowledge and skills to develop high quality Flutter apps. So thank you for watching, and let's continue our journey in the next chapter. Thank you guys.